Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of three heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Ving is half-elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello, everybody.
Playing Ving the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Good afternoon.
And playing Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Tai.
Hello.
When last we left our heroes, they emerged from the mine deep in the firefields under the ownership of Sir Lee Masterly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I don't know what happened to him.
Surprisingly not surly.
His investments were destroyed.
He ran away. We heard him in the distance when the last of the distillation columns came out.
Another 2%.
My
investment.
This accounts for 5% of my family's wealth. My dad's going to be so mad at me.
Once he realizes that the money's not coming in, which will take several years. Emerging from the mouth of this tunnel, hearing screams, the party saw pandemonium unfolding below. The price that nature exacted after Ving helped M4 make his modifications was creating a sort of living parasitic iron that flowed over scrap in the mechanics bay and brought itself to life, rampaging through the facility and attempting to just cause carnage for reasons unknown. The party...
We did figure out why.
You did figure out why later on in the episode. The party realized the adulterated, infected, laced coal at the base of this mine, mixed together as it was with obsidian, may have been causing some sort of spiritual, demonic infection, and the smoke from the burning of the coal that the Firefields military has been basing almost their entire industry off of is maybe helping reconstitute or repair the Gibbous Man's connection to the material plane and the iconic realm at the same time.
Yeah.
It just disperses him all over it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
And gets into the lungs of the people and soaks into the environment.
It's sort of like a rehashing of his strategy with the druids, we said.
Yeah.
Where he's like covering the night sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, making it black.
Very strong theory.
Yeah.
This brought them to the decision that no one could ever get their hands on this coal,
Mm-hmm.
and Ving summoned forth a snake spirit composed of living molten rock to seal the mines forever, which it did, and then released it as the spiritual infection began to take hold of the snake itself, freeing it from its corporeal form and sending it back to the spirit world. Meanwhile, Billy and Tuck attempted to protect Ving from the horrible iron rust monsters as they charged up the hill.
Yeah.
And what followed was a pretty tough fight.
It was really bad.
Pretty difficult.
A lot of bad things happen.
I failed every roll.
Yeah.
Brutal.
A lot of stuff happened. Billy killed one of the creatures, at least by himself.
Fully on his own.
Yeah, totally alone.
Yeah.
Tuck had a harder time taking wound after wound, his flesh being covered in this strange rust that caused his flesh itself to rust.
Mm-hmm.
The fight got worse as in a lot of ways.
You tried to put it in a better way. Thank you for that.
I tried to think of a different way to say it, but it got worse.
Mm-hmm.
Tuck attempted a couple times to use his sort of waking connection to the void inside his mind to commune with Blackspire, working on a theory that he kind of put together himself.
Yeah, put together himself while he was like in the middle of being attacked.
Yeah.
And also like so insecure about how bad the fight had been going already.
His idea was kind of based, he wanted to create some sort of Iron Man style chest beam using the coin fragments in his body.
Yeah.
And Blackspire's growing
Sunstone
connection.
Yeah.
It didn't, unfortunately, work all that well at all. An infected Warmac smashed its way out of the mechanics bay, which M4 went to go deal with, and Tuck went to go try one more time to connect to Black Spire.
To try and redeem myself.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
He tried to redeem himself. He got backhanded across the yard.
Yeah. Oh, I got hit so hard.
Basically passed out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ving was brought down to 1 hit point. Billy tried to build a fairy ring around Ving.
Failed hard.
Failed super hard.
Got snake eyes. There were so many snake eyes.
There
in
was
this
a lot of snake eyes.
Yeah. And then that failure led to a rock slide as the carved out lava tunnels from the snake spirit caused the hillside above you to collapse, sending a torrent of crushing stone down on everyone and the refinery yard. Ving was able to, at the last second, use elemental mastery to save Billy and himself.
It was clutch.
Everything you did was so
There was some
fucking
cool
cool.
stuff. There were some cool
It was
things.
pretty sweet.
Wasn't that why you wanted to do the sunstone kind of thing in the first place? Because you saw Ving looking so cool while he's like fighting and doing cool stuff, and you're like, I
snake
also
stuff.
have to look cool.
Ving looked so cool. Tuck was on his back for most of the fight.
Yeah.
Billy had to save him multiple times.
He was on his face for that a little bit.
He was so emasculated. And at one point, one of the centipedes crawled over him to get to someone who it perceived as a bigger threat.
Very hard to handle. Very damaging to Tuxie.
And then my son had to come here and save me
Stabbed
more.
a bunch of times. Yeah. The rock slide, due to the elemental mastery choices that remain before us, threatened to destroy everything. It did destroy the refinery and the buildings around it, but it also coursed down towards defenseless, helpless, vulnerable Tacoma Dome. M4 did some calculations, realized that he couldn't get to Ving and Billy, so he chose to save Tuck.
And he said, before he did that, he pulled the iron
The
giant
giant thing. Yeah,
It's just so sad where he goes, I am metal as fuck.
Yeah.
And then he dove over me.
And then disappeared under the stone.
Oh, man, so it's like that's the saddest moment in that movie.
And I would like to
Yeah.
say that is where we find our heroes now. But where do we find our heroes now? Is this immediately after, or is it sometime past?
I don't know. I feel like we still have to resolve what's happening in the scene.
Yeah, we come in on like a silent scene. Just
There's
the
like
winds.
Death, destruction. The sun is coming up.
What are the riverways people called? The Harriers?
The Harriers. Yeah, I think there's maybe, we see like Harriers picking their way through the yard.
Yeah, in the far distance.
Yeah, like people in grass cloaks, like coming down from the hill and walking towards the sort of shattered stone field.
I kind of want to go beneath like the rubble,
Okay, yeah.
if that's cool.
I like that it shows the scene and then it like fades under.
Yeah.
Like the camera strafes across all of the Harriers trying to like find us and then goes into the ground. Yeah, cool.
That's
And
really
I think
cool.
it's like, I think it's like Tuck, eyes closed, and then like,
And I look up and I see like M4's head.
yeah.
It is
And
like,
it's like his chest and his arms are kind of holding up a wall of stone
over
around
top
you.
of me.
Mhm.
And I'm like, M4?
He's totally still.
Oh no. And I smack his face.
Bong, bong, bong.
Can I hear anything inside of him?
Roll to discern realities.
Okay.
2d6 plus wisdom.
No. 8.
Okay, so you get one question.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
I think you know what these Macs sound like. It's like a lot of chugging and like pistons, but all you can hear is like a quiet ticking. Seems like deep inside there's like a
Okay. Yeah, can I open his chest?
Oh, you can try.
Oh,
How are
yeah,
you
cool.
open? Are you just ripping it open? Or are you trying to like engage and open it?
You said he moved the opening to like his insides.
Yeah, he's got like
to
a
the
chute
front,
on the
right?
front, basically.
Yeah. So I want to open that.
If you're just trying to open it, you can just reach up and pull it open. You don't have to like
Okay.
roll or force it or
I
anything
want
like
to
that.
open it up and find out what's ticking.
It's kind of hard to tell. I think if you do want to get inside, you're going to have to destroy some of his body, basically. Because this chute wasn't designed to get to whatever is making that
the
sound.
chute is more for like consuming.
Coal.
It's like a
Yeah.
fuel chute. And you also do see your bare experience with Max. Like you see that this flowing, like living iron has flowed through a lot of his insides and moved stuff around.
Fuck.
So it looks very strange in here.
And like as Tuck is doing this, he's like trying to find anything
Mhm.
inside, like a switch.
Yeah.
He's like trying to turn him back on.
Oh yeah. That's beyond your ken.
I have 2 ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I can try and use TLC to talk to him. Maybe.
Potentially,
I can get them to like create a spirit connection with him.
if he's aware, like if his spiritual essence is still
It's still there.
present.
Or I could try and get the demon of servitude to make a connection with him. But I don't trust it.
That's probably smart.
Yeah. It's also like everything that went wrong was because this place is basically salted by like the iconic realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to use TLC then to try and get a boon from them to try and
Yeah.
make a connection with him to like boot him back up, basically.
Okay, so that is an interesting thing to try in here, because the thing that TLC requires to sort of wake is destruction.
Yeah.
Which how do you see yourself doing this under a rock slide?
So Tuck, just to give you a sense of what so like M4 is over Tuck.
Yeah.
Tuck is like moving very little
Mhm.
because every time he shifts, like rocks
Yeah.
fall,
Mm.
and he doesn't want to like trigger anything to like fill the space that he's in.
Mhm.
And his axe is on his back, so he's still kind of pinned a little bit.
Mhm.
What can I sacrifice? What do I have?
Yeah, while Tuck ponders this, let's cut up to Ving and Billy. How have you been under this rock pile?
Billy is conscious and he's, I think, rifling through Ving's pockets for poultices.
Ving is not conscious.
Okay.
Okay.
So Billy is thinking, okay, this is what Ving does. He chews for a while. And then Billy starts gently applying all this chewed poultice all over Ving's injuries.
Accidentally ate 2 of them.
I ate 2 of them.
They are molasses based.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't thinking clearly and he went, oh no, it was just so good, you know?
Nim jom.
Yeah.
It's fucking delicious.
When you have a little caramel, you just gulp it down so fast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely apply at least one.
One's enough?
Yeah.
Okay, I've done 1.
So that's 7 hit points, I believe.
Yeah.
Which brings you up to 8, which isn't a ton, but I'd say, yeah, the night is enough for, especially someone as not exactly skilled in healing as Billy, to apply like 7 points worth of healing.
So that's what Billy's doing.
Cool.
Bing. He's trying to wake him
Does
up.
Ving wake up?
Bing.
Yeah, he wakes up slowly. Billy,
Oh, I'm glad you're okay.
where are we?
I think we're safe, but we're under the ground.
Oh, what's in my body? Oh my God, is that a lawn chair?
I think so. I didn't want to try to get it out yet.
Is that a Zeller's cart?
Yes.
Oh my God. He looks at his chest and knows the pulse. Oh, you actually did a really good job, buddy.
Yeah. I chewed it the way you chew it.
Thank you, Billy.
You notice that there are more missing?
I ate 2.
You got a little something right there. Yeah, fair
I know,
enough.
sorry.
I know it's hard not to. We really got to come up with some way of masticating that isn't putting it in our mouth because this stuff's delicious. Thank you very much, Billy. Have you seen Tuck? Have you heard anything from out there?
Can Billy listen?
Oh my God, someone's up there.
Oh my God, it's Miller time. It cuts to above, and one of the guys are like, does anyone else want a beer?
You guys
Or
want
what?
one of these?
That's
I only
a
have 2 more. Yeah, you can roll discern realities if you're trying to
Okay.
hear what's going on. Plus whiz.
6.
Mm.
Ugh.
8. I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're listening to 2d6
Tune
plus
in.
bond.
7.
Okay.
Okay, so 7 to 9 and 7 to 9. You get 1 question off the list.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
Yeah. You try and climb up to like where the stones are holding each other together. You can't really shift much without potentially bringing this little thing down, but you listen really hard and you hear voices.
I lay as close to the stones as I can,
Yeah.
listening through the rock.
So you feel vibrations. Clearly there are people, light-footed people for sure, but people walking around on the slide.
And do I hear anything lower than that?
Lower, you hear a very quiet ticking
Something's there.
and shifting and like grunting and
Yeah.
shit.
Tuck's okay.
He's
You,
alive.
you hear someone fart really loud. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Thank God he's alive.
Who did that?
Oh, that's for sure Tuck.
Yeah, I mean, pretty weak.
I can move the rocks.
I can just start moving the rocks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Start
just physically be
hand-bombing
moving rocks.
Okay.
And I think this is the kind of thing where if you did it slow and careful,
Okay.
it will just take time.
Okay.
We're climbing our way out.
We'll cut back to Tuck. Under the stone,
Yeah. So Tuck's kind of like shimmied TLC over top of him.
Mhm.
And he's like basically in a coffin right now. And he keeps kind of yelling at M4 to try and wake him up.
It has not had an effect.
Yeah.
You're not sure why. You could potentially roll like a Spout Lore or a Discern Realities to learn more about the situation, or try and glean more
Okay.
about what might be happening. But if you're yelling, you're starting to hear shifting above.
Okay.
Not directly above you, but you're hearing people talking.
I'm kind of most concerned with M4 because Tuck feels really guilty about like
Sacrificing himself.
Yeah, so he has 12 music bottles. So he's going to take TLC and in the very small amount of space he has, use it to crush all of them in his backpack against the front of M4. So it's like a sacrifice of TLC for the blood god.
TLC has to destroy stuff to make that
activate.
connection.
I see.
Yeah, they're like glowing. So there's this purple light.
Yeah.
I like pile all of the music bottles inside of M4's chest cavity and I just smash like the whole thing with the axe. It's so loud.
So loud.
It's like if you played the Frost CDs all at once.
Yeah, but like really like cranked it.
Yeah.
No headphones.
All big shiny tunes, 1 to 14, all
Yeah.
at
All
once.
at once.
Yeah.
Getting every-
Brown pop noise.
Yeah. And they like explode.
Yeah. 2d6 plus wisdom.
8.
So 7 to 9. They take of your flesh as well.
Mhm.
Glass breaking. There's like shards slashing into you.
Yeah. It like fully explodes.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
The sound is like wrecking your eardrums.
Right. Yeah.
So a d10.
5. Take
So
the
2 damage, but it's loud.
Yeah. My ears start bleeding.
Yeah. But you still get the boon. So you connect the crystals glowing.
Yeah.
Larry, Terry, and Chad are there, and they're like, "Whoa, man, what the fuck's going on?
What song is that?
Dude, what? That sucked."
I know. It was all the metal music all at once.
You know what? I don't want to say it. I don't think I like metal anymore.
No.
I think I heard all of it at once, and I'm tired of it now. What do you need? Oh, you need to. Oh, whoa! Look at this big boy. And then you can see they like walk along the blade of the axe, their little fairy bodies, and they're like pressing their ears against his chest.
I like push the axe up further just so that they can kind of like get in there. Like I make contact with M4's body.
Yeah. And they're little fairy forms you see walk up the blade, and they hop onto M4.
Oh shit, is this Ving's work?
He's a fucking robot. Cool. And he's like click, click, click as they crawl down inside.
Oh, this guy's metal as fuck.
This is fucking sick, bro. Whoa, this dude's fucked up, man.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, it's bad in here, dude.
How bad is it possible to get him going?
I don't know. But wait, hold on. And they tuk, 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 tuk. Okay, we found something.
Is it ticking?
It's ticking. Is it gonna explode? It's a bomb! Shit! No, Terry. Calm down. It's not a bomb. We've seen a share of bombs in our time. Like when Tuck got his ass beat by that lawn chair.
Fuck you, dude. Tuck goes, fuck you.
And you hear like high-fiving deep inside.
Tuck punches a bunch of rocks.
Fall down.
And then it falls in. Do you know that shot from Aladdin where like Jasmine's
Oh my gosh,
the
yes.
sand is filling up?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's like kind of that where his like now only his like lips are above a bunch of dirt that's shit. Shit. Oh my god.
I take it back. I take it back.
I got a bunch of dirt in my mouth. Oh my god. This dirt's the gibbous man's body. I can't get it in my mouth.
It tastes so bad, so dusty, so burnt.
It tastes like the gibbous man.
This is what mine enemy tastes like.
Know your enemy's taste. So like Sun Tzu says.
Sun Tzu said, taste your enemy.
Taste your enemy. Taste your friends. Taste your enemies closer.
They go, okay, yeah, no, he's pretty fucked up. I don't think this thing's getting started again, but hold on. And you hear a bunch of like creaking and like snapping and like grinding metal on metal. And then popping out of the top of the chute is Larry, Terry, and Chad. And between them, they're carrying like, it's kind of the size of like a ham, but it's made out of gears and pistons. And then there's the flowing organic iron surrounding it. And it's ticking loudly.
What is it? What the fuck does that mean?
It's the only thing that was in there.
This.
It's the only thing that was even close to like working.
Can you describe it one more time?
The way I'm thinking about it is like it almost looks like a stylized pineapple.
Okay.
Like it's like a metal kind of, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
You know, okay, like a coconut.
Like a heart, but with the veins poking out of the top.
Yeah, but then like the tips are kind of like flared, almost like
like a metal heart.
It looks like a metal heart.
Okay. So Tuck takes that.
Yeah.
And he shifts over. He like flips over and holds it like underneath him to protect it. And then he like slams his back up against the like M4's chest and he starts like pushing.
Oh my God, leg day.
Basically do a leg press.
Yeah, totally. All right.
To try and get him and whatever this fucking thing is out.
2d6 plus strength.
Okay. God damn it, I'm rolling like shit. 10.
Yeah.
That's great.
We both, Jess and I were like, wait, what?
I was like, that was good.
That was an old switcheroo.
God, I'm rolling like dog shit. I succeed flawlessly.
Last session, it was all ones.
It was.
No, you got that too that one time.
Yeah.
So Billy and Ving, you've extricated yourself from this like dome of rock, and as you push yourself out, it like collapses underneath you. Yeah, you're breathing fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
You see
bleeding from so many spots.
Oh,
it's bad.
You're both bloody and scraped and covered in dust.
Yeah, pulling dust and dirt out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But I'm scanning the field for any weird rubble.
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea because there was so much noise.
Yeah. So
that there was a bunch of people trying to rescue Tuck
Yeah.
out of it, and then all of a sudden just like, ah!
Yeah.
They go flying.
Yeah.
You scare a rescue dog.
Exactly. Yeah. You're scanning the field and you see the Harriers have like made their way over to where they heard this huge explosion, and you hear River and Reed, and then Pan is like picking his way down the rock towards you, and like, what happened? And you hear the rocks further down in the field are thrown aside. A massive metal back emerges, and getting kind of tossed to the side, Tuck emerges, covered in blood and dust.
Tuck! Ving wraps his arms around Tuck.
I wrap my arm around your leg. Oh my God.
It's okay. There. Get it out.
Did that look cool? Did that look okay?
That looks so cool.
That was rock as fuck.
Okay, cool.
Ving goes over to M4.
Yeah, he's kind of like flopped over onto his back, and his lenses are just staring up at the sky.
I reach out with my spirit tongue to try and hear something.
You feel a spiritual presence that you felt when you like first made M4 the way that he ended up being with the spirit water, but not from the husk of his body, but from something being held in Tuck's arms.
Oh yeah, I like that he has his hand on his chest and he's like reaching out, and then he like turns and looks over at Tuck.
I'm really sorry, Ving. This thing was the only thing that was still working inside him, and I give the metal heart to Ving.
And he takes it and he holds it.
I think I might have accidentally killed M4.
And he closes his eyes and he feels that feeling that he was feeling across. And then he looks at Tuck and says, "You didn't kill him. It's not your fault. I don't know what to do with this right now, guys."
Can we put it in one of the other mechs that's still like in here?
I think the ones that were like everything was destroyed in the rock slide. Like you'd have to pull a Mac out of the rubble and try and fix it up, which is far beyond what you're capable of. But you could roll a Spout Lore.
Can I use a druidic lore?
An argument can be made for that. This is spiritual stuff.
9.
Oh.
Can I aid?
Sure.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 1.
I asked TLC to like tell him the things that they know about what they found, because Tuck doesn't know anything. 13.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
13.
So on a 10 plus with druidic lore.
On a hit, the GM will ask you a question about the subject. Whatever you say is true.
Okay, so M4, like this mechanism probably exists in all Macs and is sort of like a central processor. But you altered M4 pretty significantly with the spirit water and then with the living iron. Do you think that there's a precedent for, like, what does Ving know about permanent bodies that have been made for spiritual essences? Clearly this thing is still working. What do you think that means in a spiritual sense?
Well, the axe is basically a permanent body for TLC.
Yeah.
Which is a collection of spiritual bodies.
Yeah.
I think that's the important thing to remember, that Ving is learning that being somebody who can talk to the elements, he's talking to the constituent parts of the elements.
Right.
Like he's breaking down the elements, getting even more lost in the weeds of all things.
Mm-hmm. Does Ving think that M4 may still exist in this thing?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
It feels like it. It feels like him. When I hold it, I can hear the song in my head.
Yeah. And I think that you would connect the dot that if you were to get this heart into another form of some kind, that M4 is not gone. M4 is just currently in a different form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, I only have one more Hibernia water
Mm-hmm.
use. So I could do use it again, but it would be the last of my Hibernia water.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, don't need to do it right now. And there's no other mechs around here.
No, this place is toast. So mission accomplished.
Yeah.
You did it. You destroyed the refinery.
Did.
Congratulations,
That's
everybody.
what Pan says.
Pan's like, wow.
We're so sad standing around the body of M4.
He cracks another beer.
Way to go, everybody. Mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned.
Am I able to roll Fairy Child?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Billy's staring at the body of M4, feeling very sad about many other bodies he's seen in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And the light of the sun is shining. 9.
Okay. So you get 3 fairy child
Yep.
hold.
Well, can I just really quickly roll what the bones know?
Yeah, absolutely.
A 4.
Great. So you can replace one of your die with a 4. So Pan's sort of like, I have to say, this was a resounding success. This refinery is offline completely. If you are interested, we could really use some people like you.
Where are you going?
You know, we thought that this was going to be a bit of a longer operation, so we need to link up with command before we can get our next assignment. So, what do you think?
I think we go with the Harriers.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't really know what to do right now.
And we're all like blasted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need
Just
to
like,
rest.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, you
let's
guys
just go.
need time to recuperate before you do anything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's really hard to leave M4 here
Yeah.
in this place, in this battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
We have what matters of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're bringing M4 with you.
Yeah.
It's sad to leave that body behind, but yeah, at least he persists.
Mm-hmm.
His sacrifice noble, the cost great.
Mm-hmm.
Hope, etc. That was a little poem that Pan just freestyled for you. It's like, I know times are tough, but I'm sort of an amateur poet. If you want to read my stuff later, I'd love to get some opinions. But we should head out. Yeah, so is there anything you want to do before you leave? Try and pick through the rubble or get any information?
Nah,
Was
I
there
feel like-
anything here? No.
I feel like we learned what we had to, and now
Yeah.
we have to think about this.
Yeah. Tuck just scratches metal as fuck into like M4's chest
Nice.
plate
Oh, yeah.
before we leave.
Very nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to pile a bunch of stones on him.
Yeah.
Finish burying him.
Yeah.
So he's not exposed. I don't want him to rust anymore.
Very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we see this. The scene as you're walking away is like a cairn of stones, and then the one like gap left is a piece of metal that says "metal as fuck"
Yeah.
as you walk through the gate. And a couple hours later, I think you're just backtracking. It's fairly safe. On the way back, you return to the Harriers' temporary bivouac camp
Mm-hmm.
at the old logging settlement, and there's the vibe of everyone starting to pack up. But someone starts making food. People are resting, recuperating, and Pan comes and sits on a log next to you and is like, doo-doo-doo. So,
Could you cut it out?
It's 5
sorry.
minutes.
God,
24/7 with the pan flute?
I'm sorry.
fucking get a different hobby.
Billy language.
Sorry.
We know you're in your winter form, but you cannot talk like that.
Sorry, it's just such a headache. Such a headache from all those rocks.
Oh, does Billy have the opportunity to shift seasons?
No, he's forced into this for
Right.
another night, and that's partially also why he's so mad.
Oh.
Because he's locked into the
He's
winter for
locked
a while.
in. It's like he's like tensed up. Like
Mhm. And Pan like holds up his hands like, oh, sorry, and puts the flute like in an inside pocket on his vest.
Do you have a medic here?
Yeah. Crandall, come on over here. And someone comes and starts applying bandages and salves to you. And in a while, you all heal 7 points if you so choose.
7 more?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
Sick.
Thank you.
Crandall, while this guy's working on me, I just go, what have you heard of what's going on in the war?
Just like in general?
Yeah, like how are the High Spear forces doing holding off the Firefield's forces?
It's not going so good from what I hear, but we've been out in the field for a while, so we haven't gotten any new information. But when we deployed most recently, it was going pretty bad.
Have they pushed into the city at all?
No,
Okay.
thank God. But we're outgunned. We really are.
I mean, they've got
Guns.
Yeah. They've got literal guns. Yeah.
Actual guns.
You guys are all fucking with spears and reed capes, dude.
Yeah, the Riverways are not a wealthy principality, but what we lack in money and arms, we more than make up for in a willingness to die for what we believe in.
I was hoping you were going to say grit.
Something cooler than that.
Something good, not just your willingness to die.
Maybe you're too willing to die.
Everyone in the Riverways wants to die.
And the swords of their oppressors.
Then he grabs his bag and walks away.
I was just making sure that Perel and Morris were still okay.
Oh, yeah,
That's
totally.
right.
No, if they get to the city, then everything is gone bad, terribly. So yeah, I guess this is Shawn now asking, what next?
So we have done one thing, which is like destroy their ability to field mechs in this area.
Yeah.
And destroy their ability to produce this coal.
Mm-hmm.
And we also took away one of the gibbous man's ways to like get his body back.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the next big steps is now that we know about the obsidian in the mines, like to shut down the other coal mines
Mm-hmm.
to stop like any more of that from being released into the air.
Totally.
Yeah.
We might need to tell like whoever's like coordinating the Riverways resistance
Mhm.
Right.
so that they can also do that.
Turn their forces towards the factories.
I feel like either it would be up to us to like go to the Black Hammer twins and like, I don't know, kill them or
Mm-hmm.
force them to
That-
shut it down.
That was our original plan, is
Yeah.
to go find them and kill them. So
Yeah.
like we
Yeah.
snuck into the army so we could get access to them.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
We ended up there. We destroyed that. Let's get back on our mission of finding them.
Yeah.
How do we find them? We talked to High Command.
To the Firefield High Command or
No, I was thinking, we were with the Riverways
Okay.
Resistance.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Do
probably
they
have information, spies and stuff.
Yeah, go with the Harriers to wherever they're going to get information.
They
Yeah.
must have a way
Yeah.
of transferring information
That's
from
what I'm
different sites
Thinking, yeah.
and different fronts.
Oh, it's a bunch of archers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what if they attach their messages to arrows and they shoot
Oh.
them across distances
Oh,
to different
yeah.
camps?
That's
Oh.
cool.
Oh, and there's different routes that they shoot them. So then you walk along the route and you find an arrow.
Yeah.
It would only be
Um,
like a kilometer at the most.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
But that'd be cool.
So we're thinking that's what they would do instead of like going to meet somebody. They would go to these places where the arrows would be with information.
Oh, I like that because there's people spread out throughout that
Hmm.
track.
Yeah.
The other messenger archers would find them and be like, oh, and they'd like shoot it along. Like the
Yeah.
the torches of Gondor. Like, you
Yes.
always
Yeah,
totally.
keep
Yeah.
them going.
I think
Yeah.
that's really cool.
That's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. So we think like you are basically explaining this to Pan what you want to do next,
Yeah.
and then getting him to send a message of where you would be able to find the Black Hammers potentially.
There must be a way that we can just have an idea of an area where they are.
Because
Yeah.
I don't really feel like the Black Hammer twins are like hiding.
Mm-hmm.
They're out and about.
Yeah, one's on the war front, the other one's running the country.
Cool. Okay, then who's going to be rolling this? Discern realities.
Who knows how to write?
I do. I pretended to be a librarian for a while.
Holy shit.
Okie dokie.
Oh my God.
Ving puts on his glasses and he's like, Sage.
He just flicks his head and his glasses were hiding in his hair and they come down on his nose.
Little
He knows how
half
to
moon
read.
glasses.
Oomph.
I got 2 6s.
Yeah,
I got 12.
pretty amazing. So you get 3
Plus-
questions off the list.
Is it plus anything? Just in
Wisdom.
case. I got 13. It's to 15.
Ooh,
That's
You
so
read
much.
and write so well.
huge roll.
Oh
so
my god.
So you're like, you sit down with, Pan goes and gets, I think they call it something like the Bowstring Express or something like that
Oh, sick.
to share information between camps.
Mhm.
Because it's just like on the deer track that they kind of like
Yeah.
run on, right?
Exactly, yeah. But it can cross like huge areas of land because
Yeah.
there's scouts posted all over the place.
And they're special arrows. Like they're like, thump, and then like little wings maybe pop out the side.
Yeah.
Cute.
They have like little springs. And like,
And you sit down with one of their archers, their designated messenger, and they teach you with your 15, they teach you like the shorthand that they use to
fun.
transmit as much information as
Oh.
possible.
Maybe the shorthand is like derived from druidic runes. So
Mm.
like Ving picks it up so fast.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a very like Ogham ancient language kind of pictograph style to it.
I love that.
And they send off the message, and you're all able to relax and get some food in you.
Can I get rid of this debility?
No. That takes days.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep this.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
Can I get 3 more hit points from somewhere? Like eat a good stew?
I was going to look up a move. One sec.
That's what Billy does. He, you know, when kids make like mud pies
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
make mud soup.
Yeah, mud soup. He gets to that, but with like regular food.
So you just make soup?
Yeah, but in a tree trunk.
In a gross way.
Yeah,
In a stump.
yeah. He's grabbing sticks and stirring it up. Like, no, I think we need a bit more of this. He grabs like some gravel off the ground. He's like, yum yum yum.
Come on, everybody, grab a bowl.
Slop is ready.
Yeah, we're like, grab a bowl.
Yeah. So we go and it's real food, right?
Yeah, isn't it
Yeah, it
delicious?
is.
Tuck says that to Billy. This is real food, right, Billy?
Yeah.
Okay. I just sometimes you'd feed us dirt.
What? No, I made chicken gumbo.
Okay. Thank you. And Tuck goes up to the stump and he ladles some
He's like,
gumbo into a bowl.
oh.
Yeah.
It's actually delicious.
Do we want this? This could be the managed provisions move for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
fun.
So Billy's rolling 2d6 plus wisdom
Sure.
to make his tree stump stew.
11.
You got
11.
2 6s.
No, 13. I'm
13. Good Lord.
We're rolling so well.
This is
rolling
insane.
so well. It's from the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charged it up.
Yeah.
So you choose one from the list below. I know exactly which one you're going to pick, so I'm just going to say it. The party consumes the expected amount of food. It is prepared excellently. Describe it, and everyone who licks their lips takes +1 forward.
It looks like a bunch of like red mud and stones and sticks, but it's actually chicken gumbo with, you know, well sauteed onions and garlic and peppers. The good old mirepoix, and there's andouille sausage in there,
Oh my God, saffron.
and saffron. You know,
When Billy says mirepoix, Ving and Tuck look at each other. We're like, where did he
What?
learn
I
that
heard
word?
Mears say it. I don't know what it means.
Oh yeah, he thought it was his name. Yeah.
And rice.
Oh, you're still thinking of something. Okay, yeah.
Delicious. Sounds great.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you,
Yum,
everyone.
yum,
Mm.
yum. Why did you do it like that?
Just the smallest possible amount of tongue emerging.
Because now we're on camera.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't want everyone to see.
Okay. So everybody rests and recuperates.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a few hours at least of uninterrupted sleep, you can heal up to half your total hit points.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. So
too.
we're saying that you're sticking around for a couple hours at least.
We're waiting for the message to come back.
Yeah, totally. And it would take a while because they're shooting arrows back and forth. But one does arrive.
I want to grab it.
Out of the air.
Yeah, Billy, because Billy is actually, I'm fully healed up. So Billy doesn't sleep. He's like, I'll stand guard.
Oh, you hear the arrow arriving
Yeah.
and you're trying to catch it.
Yeah. And I'm running into the field.
2d6 plus dexterity.
Fun. 5.
You get fully shot by this arrow.
Yeah. I'm really embarrassed though. I'm really embarrassed. So I'm like,
It hits you like in the thigh. Like wonk. No, right in the butt.
oh, right in the butt.
Yeah.
Oh,
You overshoot it and you're facing away as it shoots you in the butt.
Don't panic, Billy. It's okay. It's just the butt. We don't really need that. We can get it out. And so I pull it out.
Okay, yeah, roll a d6.
Holy fucking
Is that
shit.
6?
That was a 6. 6
Whoa,
damage.
We're
Billy's
rolling.
all healed up. He'll stay up all night.
I was too confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of blood coming out, but he can't see it because it's his butt.
Yeah. So Billy walks into camp with
Trying
an
to keep
arrow.
a secret, like try not to limp. And he's like, I got the message.
I found it in a stump
found
in
it.
the field.
I found it. I was going for a walk and I came upon it. So I brought it to you guys.
And you hold up the arrow, and it's covered in your blood.
100%. Yeah.
It's not blood, though. Don't worry.
Billy.
I know you're going to think this is blood, but it's not.
It's not. It hit a cherry tree.
Billy, did you get hit with the arrow?
No,
It's okay.
I didn't get. Nothing happened.
Just
to me.
gotta put a band-aid on it.
Don't worry about it.
Show me your buns.
Bleeding
No.
so much.
That's my private area.
Billy.
No,
You
Billy-
can't have 2 buttholes.
Your pants are so wet.
I peed myself.
You peed blood, Billy? That's worse. What's worse?
I got bit by a snake.
That's worse,
That's
Billy.
worse. That means you have venom in you.
No, I sucked it out.
You sucked it
your
out
butt?
of your own butt.
Yep. I'm gonna go Crandall for unrelated reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we hear Billy go, Crandall, tell me about your kids.
Crandall, you gotta help me. I got an arrow in my butt.
Don't tell them what I did.
Oh my god, I'm bleeding so much.
Give me a fairy oath that you're not going to tell anybody.
Can only handle one butthole.
Great. And you
I'll
have
fairy
this.
curse you if you tell anybody, Crandall.
Anybody else
now.
slit your throat. Oh, wait.
And you have this note. It's got 3 discern reality questions worth of information on it. It's
Ooh.
densely packed with druidic runes.
Okay. What here is valuable to us?
So what here is valuable to you? You are specifically looking for the locations of the Blackhammer twins.
Exactly where they are.
You don't have an exact, well, I mean, one of them is fairly
Exactly.
exact.
Uh-huh.
Callum Blackhammer has returned to Black Glass City because there is some sort of diplomatic event going on, and he was required to return to deal with it personally.
Like a ceremony kind of thing?
It says some kind of diplomatic event. That it specifically is like, we don't know exactly what it is, but there is something political
I don't like that.
happening.
Okay.
And then Colm Blackhammer is, I think he would be like directly on the front.
Yeah.
He is directly on the front trying to push into High Spear, the province itself.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I also thought that he might have heard about the factory getting hit, and so he's going to other factories
Whoa.
to disperse, to fortify their factories.
That is interesting. It might be too soon for that information to have gotten to anybody.
Okay.
So like, I
Thank
think
gosh.
currently, I think the Firefields is unaware that their factory has been destroyed.
Ooh,
But
that's
like
interesting.
Sir Lee Masterly is probably, we cut to Sir Lee Masterly running, jogging, covered in sweat, like, oh, daddy,
It pans down.
fucked it up, oh, daddy.
Pans down and he's on the shoulders of someone else running.
Poor person, go, Jeffrey, go.
But he's all sweaty from moving. I'm sweaty from moving my arms back and forth.
His legs are kicking out in front of him.
Yeah.
Faster.
Run smoother, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, my scrotum, Jeffrey.
My name's Scott.
Jeffrey, lean your neck forward. My scrotum keeps smashing into it.
I like thinking that Scott is fed up and he throws Surly
Just
off.
walk, man.
Fucking sick of this.
My older brother Jared's going to make so much fun of me at the Christmas party this year.
And we cut back. You got 2 more questions.
What should I be on the lookout for?
So the note says that the resistance on the border of High Spear, though the Firefields has pushed in a little bit, the resistance was stronger than they anticipated. So the Firefields is requiring like reinforcement
Oh.
at a rate higher than they expected. So they're like waiting on more people. So they
Ooh.
can't actively be assaulting.
And do
So
you
high
think
spirit.
less than usual are showing up?
Yeah, they're kind of getting desperate for manpower.
Right.
Yeah.
The people that they draw now are going to be less likely to fight for them.
Yeah. And once they find out that they're going to have a lot fewer Macs soon, that's
Mhm.
that's going to hurt them for sure.
Man, we've kind of fucked up this war for the Firefield so far.
So
And
fun.
we're
Yeah.
in a very advantageous position having this knowledge that they're not aware of yet.
Mhm.
And we're pretty deep behind enemy lines right now,
Mhm.
which is also dangerous but sick as fuck.
One more question.
What here is not what it appears to be.
So the note says that different crews of Harriers have been specifically trying to capture officers and logistics people to figure out what their supply line is looking like.
Hmm.
And they discovered different shipments and things in like ledgers that initially seemed like semi-mundane logistics reports, but they've connected through interrogation and information that the Firefields is preparing to field a secret project.
Does it say where?
That it's very, there's like a lot of underlining and like exclamation and like frowny faces that they're like, we wish we knew more. They're just like
Secrets.
So much wasted space.
So many frowny faces.
but because
The shorthand uses a lot of emojis.
but it's sort of like that's the scuttlebutt in the Riverways and High Spear like intelligence community right now is everyone's really worried about this secret project. They don't know what it is and they don't know when it's going to appear. But if it was going to
Cool.
appear anywhere, you would guess it would be the front. If it
Yeah.
was like some big like gotcha.
Right.
Do they have a term that they use to refer to the secret project, or they call it the secret project?
Oh, it would be reflective of the twins for sure. The Black Hammer twins. It would Project Anvil.
Oh, yeah.
That's not bad.
So yeah, they are referencing something called Project Anvil, a secret project by the Firefields military that they know frighteningly little about.
Mhm.
Just that it's apparently going to be fielded soon and likely near the front is what they think.
The bare information they were able to get is like, this is going to get us high spear, is what everyone in the Firefields believes.
A couple of the people they've interrogated when they ask them about the project have like killed themselves.
Oh.
Like rather than give
like
up
this?
information. Yeah, they do like the cyanide capsule thing or
Yeah,
just like
that's-
grab a knife and fucking.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like to have like a ball of ferrous, or what is that? Magnesium nitrate. What's the thing that burns so white hot? Thermite.
That they have some
So
sort
they
of like
have,
metallic
a little-
compound.
A necklace that they can smash and then just like burns them.
Oh, it
And
immolates
takes out
them?
anybody
Yeah.
that's in the
But
room.
for the Firefields, that's sort of how they would
Yeah,
go.
that's
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm going to take myself out and hopefully 2 or 3 people around me.
Yeah.
Okay. I think those are the 2 paths that are before you.
Mm-hmm.
Black Glass City and whatever Callum's doing, or Colm and Project Anvil on the front. Or actually the third path is, like you were saying, going around and continuing this sort of like partisan work of going behind their lines and destroying their facilities.
Tuck wants to go to Colm, but Abdul wants to go to Callum.
That's how I feel too. I want to go to Callum because I know he's in like. Do they live in like an old palace?
They live in like the Princeps Palace in Black Glass City.
Because I feel like something about like the Gibbous Man might be at Black Glass.
Yeah. We still haven't gotten to the bottom of like the Gibbous Man's plans here.
Mhm.
We've uncovered layers of it.
I think this is a great idea because we've encountered Colm on the field, defeated him, fucked up this factory,
Yeah.
devastated the troops on the ground. Now let's get behind the lines and see what the rest of the force is looking at and try and get more connection to the.
Yeah.
And to be the shit dick GM and dangle this in front of you, you didn't really defeat Colm Blackhammer. You
No.
got away from Colm
Yes,
Blackhammer.
exactly.
Fucked him up pretty bad.
By defeating him.
You specifically used the move that is you throwing sand in someone's eyes and running away.
Fucked him up pretty good.
He's really scared of
Yeah,
us now.
really cool guy.
Yeah.
Fucked him up.
That's why he was laughing so
was
hard while you were
crying.
reading.
He was laughing so hard he was crying.
He was laughing to cover up the fear and the crying that he's
Yeah.
going to
He
do
will
later.
never forget our cowardice again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No. Tuck says no.
No.
He grabs Vig's wrist really hard.
He's going to remember the back of my head for the rest of his
He
life.
was so scared of us. We had to run away from him because he was so cringe how fucking scared he was.
We didn't want to look that cringe.
Oh, yeah.
Billy.
Who's going to beat up a guy who's looking that cringe?
Oh, not us.
We're in a circle talking to each other, and the Harriers are just like, "What the fuck is wrong with these
God.
people?"
Billy's like been stitched up. He's sitting on an ice pack. Yeah, that's embarrassing. No wonder he like ran away laughing because he was laughing because he was like, I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
Yeah. You better be laughing.
Yeah. What a fucking cringe-o. Yeah, he looked like shit in that battle.
He's wearing armor because he's like afraid of us.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We're not wearing anything because we're not afraid of any of them.
Exactly.
Middle-aged one-man cringe festival.
Pan's kind of standing there like,
What do you have to say about it?
Yeah,
nothing.
agree with us.
Okay.
Why are you in such a foul mood?
Oh, I'm not in a foul mood. It seemed like you were all working through some things together, and I didn't want to interrupt. And he like slowly pulls the pan flute out of his vest.
What do you got?
Now, put it back. So, am I Shawn to understand that this is you guys are parting ways?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
The thing to consider now is you are quite far away from Black Glass. How would you be getting there?
And then Tuck holds up the keys to
I was
the.
just gonna say.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The keys to the what?
The back door of Hither and Yon.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to find a door.
One of the tent flaps.
Is that enough?
Wait, Billy smashes the key
Yeah.
against the tent flap.
It's not working.
Come on.
Here, I'll hold it shut. Shove it through this little gap.
Tuck's doing it.
I go.
Is it doing anything?
It's not working.
Come on, Billy, hold it tighter.
I'm doing it.
Can we build a door?
Can I discern realities for a door nearby?
Can I discern door?
I mean, yeah, you're absolutely, honestly.
We're in the middle of a fucking bog.
No, you're in the middle of an old logging camp.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a door here.
There's a door here.
It's embarrassing. You didn't think there was a door nearby.
and I lean in close to Billy and say, shut the fuck up, Billy.
Oh, language. That was cringe.
Everybody's getting so tense with each other. I love it.
We're all in so much pain.
Yeah.
Recovering so.
You've been fighting for days,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
And all we've had is soup.
Uh-huh.
Mud soup.
Mud
Yeah.
soup.
Shut the fuck up, Billy, or I'll take away that pillow you're sitting on.
Tuck. You want this pillow, don't you?
Yeah.
For your soft little butt and your soft muscles.
Shut
my
muscles are hard.
They're such small muscles. They're not even that big.
Billy, they're so big.
No.
And Tuck does this.
Oh, look at all that soft, like my pillow when I pinch.
You pinch the love handles.
Oh, yeah. Real tough.
You flex these massive biceps. I can see pinches your love handle.
And then Tuck giggles because it's
And Ving gets in there.
Stop it.
There's a door.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll. Because like, oh, there's a door.
Tuck smashes the door.
Fuck.
Fuck your door.
Right off the hinges.
All right. Roll for door.
Whoa, that's cringe. Embarrassing that you had a tantrum at a door.
Yeah, Tuck pokes Billy in the butt.
Hey,
Hey,
that's just for me.
let it heal.
All right, 2d6 plus wisdom because Tuck destroyed the door that you found.
God damn it.
So what you recall is that the keys require a lock.
Do I have to roll for destroying the door?
No,
Wait,
I roll.
come
Should
on. Why are you rolling?
I guess I succeeded.
Did you just want experience?
I want an experience, yeah.
You gotta stop doing that, man.
this is a dried out, rotten door.
Yeah, it just obliterated under the barest touch. Incredible. Yeah, so discern realities if you want to find more in this logging camp. You could definitely you haven't done any digging around in here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll look around.
Plus wisdom.
10.
All right, 3 questions.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
A door.
Yes!
There's like it looks like basically it was a shed. And it's one of the door is barely hanging onto the hinges.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks quite aged. You're not sure if it is a camp that was abandoned because like the logging was no good, which would be weird because there's trees everywhere, or if people left during the war.
Well, we will know soon. What happened here recently?
Ah.
Oh,
So you look around.
so smug.
Aha.
Well, we
I'm
will know
sorry.
soon.
I guess we're
Will
going to
you?
know in just a moment.
Sorry, I'm
Perhaps we'll learn.
What?
I'm
This is
such
so
an
funny.
ass.
No, you're
Yes.
great.
I'm an evil queen today.
Perhaps we will learn of your downfall.
You don't know what happened.
Momentarily.
And Billy,
Sir Grindelwald,
Sir Gringus.
Bringeth it here.
bring the box of pain.
This is the Gomja bar. Put your hand in here. It's gonna hurt. Ooh, look out, Gomja bar.
That was my favorite scene.
That was my
from
favorite scene in
Dune.
Dune. When he goes, ooh,
Ooh.
look out.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Look out, Timothy. Going to hurt.
They used the actor's name.
So Billy, you're like looking around the logging camp. You're like, oh, a door, cool. But you're just like, You're like, oh, I found the door. Okay. And you start wandering around. And you're looking at like the trees and the logs. And for the most part, it's a grim but seemingly fairly healthy forest. But having been where you just were, and like, you know, the smog in the sky from the coal smoke that the fire fields has been burning, you get a very similar vibe. Like this place is just sick.
Oh, the trees stopped growing.
And like the door that Tuck tried to punch and like just completely pulped under his fist.
Yeah.
There's like a degrading effect to this place.
Yeah.
I'm touching the trees and like the bark is coming off so easily.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
God.
It's separate from the phloem,
Mhm.
Yeah.
the inner layer.
Yeah. Everything here just feels ill.
What here is not what it appears to be.
Ah, what here is not what it appears to be. What would be an exciting thing to find in this logging camp?
Obsidian.
I had an image of like Billy scrabbling around and like pushing away like moss and stuff,
Mhm.
revealing like a giant eye.
Oh, like in the stone,
like revealing black obsidian, and then like there's like a huge
like a
version
eye.
of like the eye that's on the obsidian coins.
That's pretty cool.
It's a door.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like a door into the earth.
yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, Billy, you're scrabbling around in the moss, which is like coming away in like dry, flaky clumps.
Yeah, it's so dry. It's easy. Jeez, guys, look.
And we come over.
Yeah, it's almost like a
It's smooth.
hatch almost.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
I try and reach out to this door and talk to it.
Oh, you try to talk to the obsidian.
Well, I just want to hear what it's saying or feel if it has a voice.
Have you talked to obsidian before?
No, never.
Well, I mean, if the obsidian is the gibbous man's body,
And the coins are his eyes.
I think it's literally just like, I see you.
Whoa.
I come out. It's him.
Oh, I cover it again with the moss.
We have to leave now.
We have to leave.
We gotta go right now.
Use the key.
Should I try and smash this thing before I go?
Yes. Use
Okay.
TLC.
He pulls out TLC and he does like the like across his body, like whipping it, and he wants to use for the blood god again.
Yep.
To smash whatever the fuck this is open. Like it's like whoomp, 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 like as he like spins
like
the axe.
carrying it up.
Yeah. After he hears him go, I see you, and he's like, not for long, bitch. Son of a bitch. Why can't I look cool ever? 6.
Oh, can I
Uh,
read?
Wait, do I have a +1 from?
Yes.
From the
Yes.
licking lips.
From the discern
Yes.
realities.
So 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
7. So 7 to 9.
I get what I want, but I take damage or something.
Yes, you do. It takes of your flesh. So that's going to be your damage for sure.
Uh-huh.
As there's just like the obsidian like explodes up out of the ground
Yeah.
and slices into your flesh.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It is weird. It comes up and out.
2.
And you're standing there in front of this shattered stone as it falls away. And before you is like a hole yawning into the earth, and carved into the stone, steps leading down.
Fuck, this is so tempting.
What's down there?
Guys, the fire fields are his place. We can't do this.
Can I quickly do a trap expert on it or no?
I mean, Trap Expert is Billy like assessing a dangerous situation, so you could totally do it.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
do
just
it.
so curious. Like, why would this be here? Okay, I'm going to try it. 9.
9. So I believe you get 1 hold.
Actually, I'm going to use my +1 forward to
Oh,
get 10.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, there
sweet.
you go.
So, is there a trap here?
Yes.
What activates it?
Entering the portal.
Ooh.
Portal.
Well, portal in the general sense.
So, what does it do when activated?
And portal in almost a literal sense. You're not, Billy, you can feel as someone who was made for the walking of ways, the crossing of barriers. You aren't sure that if you went down these steps, when you came out, you would be in the same place.
Okay. And what else is hidden here?
You see carved into the stone of the tunnel leading down, very angular, animalistic designs that set off like a deep fear in you.
Ooh.
What?
What was the name of that church that took away your shapeshifting ability?
Oh, yeah.
Church of the Black Flame.
Yeah, I think it was the Church of the Black Flame. Yeah.
Ving's hair on his arm stands on end.
Mhm.
Because when you were taken to that place where that guy took away your powers,
Yeah.
you saw there was carvings in the walls
Yes,
of
there
like
was,
a
like-
tunnel going down.
Like little alcoves with candles and stuff in them. wasn't there?
I can use demon eyes to try and get
Ooh.
more information because it's
Cool.
trap expert, but for demon stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Yeah. 7.
So you get 1 question.
Do I see the
Yes.
list?
Nope.
So is there an icon here? And if so, what icon is it?
So the Church of the Black Flame, we've kind of suggested, was like a druidic sect that was corrupted by the Gibbous Man
Uh-huh.
and has like an affinity with the iconic realm and demons.
Right. Because they had the tattoos that they
Yeah.
used as anchors to trap spirits within their bodies.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that it was like pulverized and in some sort of solution obsidian.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was black. There was like black tattoos.
Yeah, it was black
Yeah.
ink.
Yeah, it was spirit ink and like blood
Yeah.
that they used to make their tattoos. So there's an iconic presence that you feel at the base of this tunnel, and it's the icon. You feel that it is reminiscent of judgment.
Okay. I tell these guys that.
Hmm.
There's a demon down there. It's a demon of judgment.
I don't want to go down there. I don't know if you guys do to investigate. I don't think I need to know what's down there.
Yeah, Tuck takes a step back. He's like, feels like a bad place.
I'm so curious.
Mm-hmm.
Billy.
This thing that is, it's a trap. The gibbous man literally talked to us and said, I see.
What could we gain from going down there?
You
We don't know.
The
We don't
odds of
know.
it being something that is like directly and extremely relevant to your quest and situation is not high. You just stumbled upon this thing.
Uh-huh.
But there could be interesting or revelatory information down there, but there could also be extreme danger.
Lore stuff we could use in the end game against him, because one thing that we did ask Morse and Perel to like keep an eye out for is like if there's anything that they know that would like kill the gibbous man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What if I did a shadow dance and went down there, like Billy's little fairy bit self went down there?
Mhm.
It would have less purchase on you for sure.
Yeah.
You would also be slightly less aware of your surroundings.
But like if I'm less aware of it, it'd probably be less aware of me.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as we know, the fairy is distinct and safe from the iconic realm.
Billy,
Yeah.
if you feel like you can go down there safely, then we trust you to do it. But how many hit points do you have?
I have 15.
Just keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did you just ask Billy how many hit points he has?
Sometimes he forgets.
Keep in mind that you just got shot in the ass, okay? With
No,
an
I didn't.
arrow.
The icon's not going to do anything to my ass.
My ass will be up here with you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to roll shadow dance to go in.
Okay.
Okay.
I know they can't come with me.
Yeah, 2d6 plus
Wisdom.
wisdom.
So a 7,
Mhm.
which means I get 1 hold. You guys are like, I don't know if we should go down there. I don't think we should. And then Billy just falls over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He went down there. He went down there, didn't he?
Okay.
he went
That's him
down.
going down there.
Okay. Well, Tuck picks up Billy. He's like, is there anything you could do to monitor him while he's down there? Here, spit on him.
Yeah. Can I eye the tiger him?
You can eye the tiger his physical body, but
Here.
not his spirit
Here.
form.
Why not?
Spit on his body. See if that helps.
Yeah, it's like Billy.
I just hear, woo, woo.
But we see Billy like stepping down the path, like into the tunnel, very steeply.
Mhm.
This sort of like
Like a-
half light of the fairy when you're this far from like the deep wells of the like transgression points into that realm. But you see carved in the wall in this twilight the animal pictograms, but there's like almost like a life and a movement to them as they're like writhing and braying and fighting on the walls.
Oh, yeah. There's so much discomfort here. Can I spout lore?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. 2d6 plus intelligence.
6.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
This might be limiting our exploration of the whole.
Billy, do you have fair share?
I do, but I have to spend a hold to use shadow dance, don't
Yeah,
I?
so you'd be spending-
So I'd only have,
You'd have one left for the day.
I'd have 1 left. I'll have 1 left.
Okay. You're looking at these symbols and sort of like in the way that they are animals and scenes of predation and hunger and the transfer of power from predator to prey and prey to predator. You're reading in it an ancient language. The information is flowing from these images to you in a way that the thinking peoples, the speaking races have conveyed information in, grunts and songs for thousands of years. And you think of the Church of the Black Flame that you have experienced before, the Dark Guard. You see the symbols and the beliefs of all of these groups woven into the wall under a single belief. And these animal images crawl along the wall on both sides of the tunnel to a bend in the stone at the base around the symbol of an eye. All of these groups, you believe, the Dark Guard, the Church of the Black Flame, are in fact the same group. They are the eye. And that they have, of course, for all time, worshipped the sky and the gibbous man in that way. When you reach the bottom of the stairs, I think I want to ask the table what Billy finds.
Like I thought that maybe that like you were showing like the animal carvings or whatever. So I thought it was sort of like this is what the land used to be or something.
Mm.
And then
Ooh.
they took us all away. like they consumed us all. And the people who were here took our bodies into their bodies, like into their skin.
Yeah, I think that makes sense that like if this was one of the original places, yeah, the people that didn't have power that wanted it and like found ways to give it to themselves, but in like this destructive way.
Ooh, that is a good idea. I have an idea to build on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, if this was the first place where the original practices of the Magi were like perpetrated, where like the first of the spirits that like walked this land were like chained and bound to people's bodies, there's like maybe like in the first peoples that settled here in the fire fields, like maybe there's been like a consistent tradition, potentially within the royal family, of like this practice where it's like passed down from monarch to monarch, princeps to princeps.
I think that is a good idea. I think that's what it is.
Ooh, and the blood of all the spirits that they've consumed is manifest, like represented in the fire. Blood red hair.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
it's a mark of their like
their bloodletting.
Yeah, they're containing the blood of the spirit walkers. Like it's the blood of shapeshifters and druids that could do it. That was the activating element in the ink.
Yeah,
what they were using.
It's almost like a thing where it's like you go down, you see the story of it, and you see like the first deal that like the first of the monarchs of the Firefields made.
And the succession thereof. I was thinking like on the other side, all the animals are feeding into the eye, and then men and power and buildings and weapons are coming out on the other side of the eye.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's anything like physically really like Billy feels like, I mean, you can't see properly, but it feels like it ends here. Like there's a blockage.
And you feel like as you're like descending this tunnel and learning this story, you feel that like the iconic like presence kind of pushing on the outside of the ferry and on the outside of yourself. And you get the sense that as you reach the bottom, the threshold of this chamber, that you are judged and found unworthy to enter.
Right, yeah. Ooh. And then I'm being pushed back and I'm tripping back up the stairs.
That's so cool. Yeah. The demon of judgment is the door to this place.
And you feel like basically in a mechanical sense, you feel that fairy child hold be spent against your will.
Yeah.
And you are ejected from this place.
Yeah.
Billy.
Holy shit.
What did you see?
So much, you guys.
Language.
Sorry.
No, I mean, sorry.
I tell them what I saw. I think under the armor we would find these tattoos.
Like Colm and Callum are like members of the Magi?
I think so.
Okay.
Oof. That's
something where we should let Farah know.
Yes. Right now.
Yeah.
Reach out to
Blackspire? Should I do that now, or should we?
You can do that.
Go somewhere safe.
We should go somewhere safe. We got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I feel like he saw too much.
Yeah. He knows we're here. We hear like in the distance,
like crashing through the trees.
We hear like a mech running.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Don't. Yeah.
Like bashing trees out of the way.
Get the key.
We gotta go. Yeah.
Grabbing the key, jamming it in the hole. Yeah. You don't have to roll for this, thankfully. You get it. You can put a key in a hole.
Yeah.
And the door opens.
Tuck takes Ving's key that he's been holding because Ving keeps losing it. And he jams it in the keyhole and like.
Hey, we have the same keychain.
Yeah. Tuck goes, yeah, totally. And he whips the door off. Like the hinge. That still works, right?
Yes, you can now get in, but now you can't close the door.
I'm going to smash it back.
Stop breaking metaphysics.
Get in the door. Get in the door.
And as you step through the hallway into like the back area of Hither and Yon.
Yeah.
Before the door closes, I just want to look out and see the mech coming around the corner, and Ving just kind of feels like this like guilt and like a longing for this type of thing, and he feels for this creature that is singing the song of woe that he can't help.
And you see the Harriers scattering as this Mac comes crashing through the trees. The Harriers like spreading out and starting to draw bows and arrows and then plinking off the armor of this Mac as it comes exploding into the camp.
Quickly, I want to use a Bill o' the Wisp and the new move Who Goes There.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try to lure away the Mac from the Riverways people.
Yes.
Oh, smart.
Billy has a new move for the listeners called Who Goes There.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. So it's basically like a Bill o' the Wisp, except with the little wisp, I can roll plus wisdom to lure, trick, or distract an opponent. On a 7 to 9, I can distract one person. On a 10 plus, more people for longer. If I fail, it confuses the people on my side.
2d6 plus wisdom.
Come on.
Yeah.
Book 6, I will use my last fairy child
Okay.
to change it to a 7 to 9.
Okay, so describe this and how Billy gets the Harriers to take advantage of this.
It's like a gleaming arrow that I shoot out almost.
Cool.
And the mech sees it as it like goes basically the opposite direction of the Riverways people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the Mac skids to a halt as the arrow whips back the way that it came, and it turns and starts trundling back into the woods.
Its head turns before its body turns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Pan looks to you like entering this shed, and the door closed. And that's where we're going to end it for this week. I've been your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long.
Playing Ving the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Take care.
And playing Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Goodbye, everyone.
This show wouldn't be possible without our Patreon supporters all around the world. If you would like to support the show, join us at patreon.com/spoutlore or spoutlore.com/moneyplease, and you'll get access to a bunch of cool stuff like the up-to-date Mallbrats feed, playtests for our post-Spout Lore campaign Up All Night, full video episodes starting now. That's pretty sick. They look great. We all look amazing.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. You all finally get to see how hot we are.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Do I ever have the biggest lip fillers in? They're such a problem.
I got
So thick and glossy.
I got most of the bones from my shins removed and put into my cheeks. So I've got the sharpest cheekbones in the biz, baby. So sharp they're piercing my skin.
I got muscles bigger than Tug.
Jess is actually 9 feet tall.
And 9 feet wide.
450
you
pounds.
Won't believe it.
My chin is in a cut phase, finally.
All 4 of us. Great. A Canadian bacon.
Canadian
bacon.
Triple A.
Yeah. Oink, oink, audience. Who's a little piggy who you could absolutely jack off to?
Okay, all right.
Are we snackable finally?
Okay, all right.
Get on Patreon and fap to your
I'm
heart's
putting an end to this
delight.
now. Putting an end to this. Thanks to Aaron Reed for our intro and outro music. If you want more of Aaron's music, check it out at aaronreed.bandcamp.com. And thank you, finally, and most of all, to all of you for listening. We'll see you next time. Oh, God.
Did you just come?
He saw a reflection of himself.
And so ends the tale of adventures 3 who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
Here, Sean, Jared, check this out. Look at my lips.
Whoa.
Let me see.
Whoa, you're looking at all of
man, I
them.
don't-
Beautiful lips.
Yeah.
Look at all of it.
Wow.
Whoa.
That top lip is like a model's lip.
Yeah.
How much do you think you would have to get paid to go clean shaven?
Yeah.
I would never do.
Not
All
even
right.
for $1 million.
Did you just watch Austin Powers?
I was just trying to think of a big amount of money. I was like, $1 million isn't big.
Said that like Dr. Evil.
Sorry.
$1 million.
Do you guys remember Austin Powers?
So
Would you
good.
do
Wow.
it for $200,000? 200,000?
It would grow right back.
Oh my God.
I guess I'd do it for $200,000.
Yeah.
You heard that, patrons?
Yeah. Time to get to
Yeah, we're gonna start a Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll shave our
see
beards.
Abdul's face.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
all shave our beards.
Yeah. For money.
There you go.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish. Broadcasting, this is Roger Brigado Fisher, Communications, something, Moonbase, wherever.
You guys can sort out the next thing. I need to get the rover checked and loaded. Jung?
On it, boss.
Excuse me?
If communication still makes a difference at this point in the plot, if we can keep this base or this moon together long enough to be a thing.
I changed my direction. I worked my way down. I took those scraps, the bits they'd forgotten about or thrown away, and I built my own place. Still inside, but within the shadows.
All my thoughts, my hopes, all of my heart is on a makeshift rocket hurtling towards us with the most precious of cargo.
We'll definitely deserve a celebration.
Not like yours. You and your boy down there? I hope he's got a private room waiting.
It'll be enough to be close again. Meu amado.
When I have Alex back in my arms, maybe then I can think about resistance.
We've kept the corporations at arm's length longer than most. Well, whatever you're building, here or wherever, I'm in.
Any way we can help.
It feels like we're approaching the closing stage of this journey. The final stop. But either way, it's been one hell of a story. And either way, it ends with Alex.
Moonbase Theta out. The final season. Broadcasting on your podcast feeds starting August 14th. For early access, join us at patreon.com/monkeymanproductions.
Moonbase Theta out.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.